Hey folks, welcome to Queer Dance Project. My name is Christina Michaels. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. On this segment of Queer Ballet Beginnings, we will be doing frappes. Frappe means to strike. Let's talk about this. The terminology you're going to need to know for this combination is frappe. You need to know devant, you need to know derrière, you need to know à la seconde, you need to know the term en quoi. I think that's about it. Okay? Kind of need to know how to flex your foot, but if you don't, that's what this combination is full for. So here we go. I'm having some verbal communication issues. So frappe. Frappe means to strike. It does not mean that you're going to be getting a frappuccino from Starbucks anytime soon. So let me get this camera angle right. Let's see what we can do. So frappe. For all intents and purposes, frappe starts with a preparation to a tendu second position. And this is where it starts. Now, so many other schools will say, or some schools will say, well, you've got to flex your foot and bring it into the ankle. So I'm not sure you all should have a pretty good view of that foot. Why are we doing this? Because dancers, I'll tell you right now, we don't ever flex that foot unless the choreographer or director says, flex your foot. So wipe that off. It's actually there to teach a young dancer articulation of the ankle. Okay? Plain and simple. I mean, there might be some other convoluted idea, but most of us when we're really young, we don't know how to flex this foot and do something with it. So frappe, kind of a particular step. So that's why I'm taking some time to explain it. You're actually going to be striking the floor. I'm sure you can hear that on the recording here, but that strike is happening. But what would be really helpful is if you could actually see what my foot is doing. So let's do that. Okay, now that we're here, I'm going to tendu my foot to the second position. And if I want to, I'm going to bring it in with a flexed foot. I would not encourage you to flex your foot and bring it in. I would encourage you to flex it as it is being retracted in. My knee is bent here, and my heel or my arch is on that ankle bone. See that? That's called the lateral malleolus. So our foot is just going to be right on it. I didn't even say just slightly above it, but let's not go there. Okay, now you're going to strike the floor. Let's do it to the side, you might see it a little better. So as this toe starts to point, there's a strike, and that strike leads to a pointed foot and a long leg. And then we do it to the back. So to the back, to the side, to the front, to the side. So, okay, folks, so that is it. A little bit of detail there. So going back over the terminology, frappe means to strike. We need to know the word devant, à la seconde, derrière, and à la seconde, which also represents what? The term en quoi, which means shape of a cross. So for this combination, we're going to start in first position. We're going to tendu the leg inside. We start with the left hand on the bar, right? And we're going to prepare 5, 6, open 7, and the leg opens at the same time. If you're not sure of preparation, go check that video out, okay? If you're not sure of first position, go check out my feet positions. So here we are. We're going to be preparing. We're in first position. And you know what's cool is we're not going to be forcing our first position. We're just going to be in an adult natural first position. And that's, I'm not going to go too much into that, but I like this basic first. If we go into this kind of what American ballet expects, what happens is this arch starts to roll forward. You would develop knee and patella tendonitis, and also along the pes anserine bursa, you'll get some tension there and some tendonitis there. It's also where that sartorius muscle attaches, so be a little careful. So let's go do this combination. I'm going to demonstrate it once for y'all, and then you can kind of join in, okay? So left hand on the bar, first position, prepare 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will do 4 sets of that. So 4 times en croix. At the end of that last en croix, once we've done that last, we're in frappe, close the first, plie, roll up through the arches, and then cross over. And this is known as C3. I'll show you what that looks like for straight on into balance. And then we'll go to the other side. Okay, go to your queer hemisphere and let's go do this combination. All right, folks, let's get this frappe started. Now, let's focus on the separation of the upper body and the lower body. We want those ribs to be lifted and lengthened. We want this waist to be solid and strong. We don't want the movement from the frappe reverberating into the upper body. We don't want that upper body to move. We don't want that arm to move. We want everything to be quiet. Separation from the ribs and the waist. Nice action on the foot. And a strike. This goes straight into petit allegro into center and petite jumps. Nice little quick strike. And a nice strike. Now let's focus on the susu. And let's go on to this other side. Okay, focusing on that separation of waist, excuse me, and shoulders down, long neck, ribs separated off of the waist, the belly button to the back of the spine, diaphragm lifted up, hang the dress under the heart, and everything just starts to float. Once again, this is for petit allegro in the center as well. So this striking on the floor is vital. And a clean action, and a clean action, and a clean action, and a susu to finish. Well, that's it. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining me today on this frappe combination of Queer Beginnings Ballet. If you have any questions, throw them out to me at queerdanceproject@gmail.com. Go to my website, go to YouTube, check it out, hit like, hit subscribe. What? Be as queer as you want to be, right? All right, have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me.